Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be focusing on two of the most popular builds for the necromancer profession, the Power Reaper and the Celestial Reaper. Whether you're looking to one-shot mobs with brute strength or want more versatile playstyle, this video will guide you through the key difference between these two builds. Put in mind you will always need the power stat gear Berserker for group content and raids, because Celestial gear isn't reliable for DPS. First, let's get a quick refresh on what the Reaper is all about. As the light spec of the necromancer, the Reaper transforms the traditional ranged and condition focused class into a melee powerhouse. With the great sword and shroud abilities, Reapers can dish out heavy damage and sustain themselves through life force and the little amount of lifesteal the spec have, along with the damage reduction that the skill Rise provides, and also the 66% damage reduction given by the shield of the Reaper shroud skill Infuse in Terror. Now let's start with the Power Reaper. This build is all about raw damage. It relies heavily on Berserker gear, which focuses on maximizing power, precision and ferocity. The goal here is to hit hard and crit often. If you want to learn more about some Power Reaper builds, you can check out my videos. Other than that, I'll summarize the build here. Okay, for gear you go full Berserker stats and some Assassin stats until your crit chance is 75%, with food and including the sigil of accuracy if you're gonna use it. We reach this number exactly because the Fury buff gives 25% crit chance. In terms of traits, you'll want to focus on Reaper and Soul Reaping for maximum damage output. You add the Spy trait line if you're doing group content, or we go Death Magic for survivability in open world. While your utility skills should be geared towards offensive capabilities and one stun break. Personally, I go full Reaper skills because they're my favorite in open world, and Spectre Grasp for pulling mobs into me. The choice of skills need to change if you're doing group content to provide more DPS for your team. For example, Wells are good if you're fighting bosses that stand still. For me, as an open world enjoyer in Guild Wars 2, my main goal is to finish objectives fast to go to the next objective. Also, the very big red satisfying numbers in my screen is a big plus too, and they feed my dopamine and make me want to play the game more. However, the downside here is its squishiness. Power Reapers can struggle with sustaining against tough champions, especially in prolonged fights or when under heavy pressure. But with proper positioning and timing, and with wielding a dagger and a sword for sustain, you can actually sustain through these tough battles eventually, but not as comfortable as the Celestial Reaper. In this build, you'll be running the Reaper trait line, but you might consider adding blood magic for additional sustain or curses for condition damage. Celestial Reaper excels in scenarios where you need to adapt to different situations, surviving the tough open world of some areas in the game, specifically the Heart of Thorns maps. They're really tough, where you'll find yourself against champions type mobs a lot of times, especially when you start exploring those maps and the hero points. Most of them require you to fight a champion. Also, this build can make you solo bounties when no one else is around. Celestial Reaper is also amazing in world vs world, where its flexibility allows you to switch between offense and defense on the fly. However, it doesn't excel in any area, meaning it won't hit as hard as the Power Reaper or sustain as well as the dedicated support build or do the best condition damage. And since you're playing Reaper as a selfish class, you don't have to worry about that. So how do these builds compare in terms of playstyle? If you're someone who enjoys dealing massive damage and can rely on your friends to keep you alive, or you know you won't be facing champions or group content in open world, the Power Reaper is the way. It's a high risk, high reward playstyle that rewards precision and timing. On the other hand, Celestial Reaper offers more survivability and flexibility. It's a jack of all trades, and it's really good for new players. It can adapt to the situation at hand. While it may not excel in pure DPS, it's perfect for players who enjoy solo play. In the end, your choice between Power Reaper and Celestial Reaper comes down to your preferred playstyle and the content you're tracking. For PvE and high-end situation, Power Reaper is king. But if you value versatility and being able to adapt to different situations, the Celestial Reaper will serve you well. Personally, I have two sets of gear, Power and Celestial, and I switch between them in a click of a button, thanks to Guild Wars 2 build system. So which build is your favorite? Let me know in a comment. Don't forget to like the video if you got some infos out of it or you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more. Right now I'll leave you with some gameplay comparing the two builds. I will also include in the description all the links to the builds I used so you can go watch them and learn more about them. Don't worry, I'll be here. I'm so glad they added this emote. I'll be here sipping coffee all the time. I'm very addicted to coffee, and so is my Reaper apparently.